Welcome back
to
Inspire, Transform, and Thrive with Mercy
and Joanna.
Yes, we are back and we're here to talk about
attitude.
By the way, did you know that attitude is almost an engine in our lives, a big contribution to how our life goes?
The flow.
Whether it's good
Or
attitude
bad.
or bad attitude, positive or negative attitude. Let's get into it.
Exactly.
What do you think attitude is?
To me, attitude is the way you look at things in the normal sense.
Oh yeah.
You know, for example, if I'm to define maybe positive or negative attitude, it should be how you look at things, like what is your focus on things, like how do you view things, right?
And how do you react after viewing?
Because there is a lot that
Attitude.
life throws at us,
Yeah.
but how we navigate through it's either positively or negatively.
You're right.
Personally, for me, I feel like attitude is determined by our own feelings, how we feel about things, right? Ultimately, how you feel about something is going to determine your attitude towards it, right? So if you feel lost, you feel hopeless, you feel depressed, you know, it's going to totally kind of influence you into the negative attitude of life, right? But if you feel energized, you know, you feel you're motivated, right? It's going to draw you closer to the positive attitude
side. Yes, there's somewhere I read that says that most of the times when we are starting to do, maybe if you're starting a business, starting work, its success or failure is going to majorly be determined by your attitude. For example, if you're starting something, maybe because your friends told you that you can start it. Oh, John, you're good at singing, but then you don't have really a good attitude about it. The chances that it's going to fail, the chances that you'll start, but it's going to fail, mainly because of your attitude towards it. Every time you wake up, you feel so discouraged about it. You feel like it may not work out, like you really doubt it's going to work. Surely it won't work. But if you have an attitude that, man, let's do this, let's go, let's move, let's nail it, let's wake up every day and do this, the attitude is going to give you the energy to make good choices, and it's going to eventually succeed.
And then when you look at it, it's as if positive, I want to draw closer to the positive side. However much I'll also look at the negative side, or the negative, or what is it, the other side of positive attitude.
Yes, it's the negative attitude. Yes.
So however much I'll talk about the negative attitude, I'll look at the positive attitude first, because if you see how people run life, it's literally positive attitude every day. The fact that you made a plan for the next day, you made a plan for the day, that is already positive attitude to me, right? Because I'm looking at someone who is lost in depression, lost without direction, lost without hope, right? And then you see how they're not trying to get into their day. Something hindering them, a feeling.
Okay.
Right? I feel this, I feel that. But literally, a feeling does not define what you are.
Yes. John C. Maxwell tells us that attitude is a choice you make. Attitude is a paintbrush that can color your world bright or can also color your world dark. So that's how you yourself, you make the choice at every step where you need to make a choice. It's the attitude. Actually, attitude is the choice that you're making. That, okay, I'm faced with such a circumstance, but how am I going to go about it? Attitude first. Attitude first. If you choose a positive attitude, very high chances that you're going to get out of it in a good way. And if you choose a negative attitude, to look at it negatively, then definitely you're going to either remain in the same situation, keep crying, or you'll even land in a deeper ditch. But do you know that there are also people who get lost in being too positive, and then they get delusional instead?
Of course.
There are people who are too positive in a situation of like relationships. Someone sees red flags, and then they instead, because they are too positive about life, they're not going to see them. Or maybe they see them, but they choose to be positive about it. So there's supposed to be a line with the positive attitude and also being delusional. Don't overcross.
I to just give a route.
Right? Tell us about that route.
For me, I think that there is supposed to be who you are, right? And then your feelings. Your feelings literally change every single day.
Yes.
You know? In the morning, there is a way you're feeling. You know, on a Monday you are feeling like this, on a Tuesday you are feeling like this. It's going to change every single day. At some point you're going to feel so excited about life. At some point you're going to feel so lost, so down, so hopeless. Now, there should be something that has to remind you. And for me,
that keeps up your attitude.
And for me, that thing is positive. Who you are.
Okay.
For example, you know that I am this motivated individual. I know what I want. I am very organized. I am God-fearing. I am all that, you know. But then your feelings sometimes tend to draw you away from that. They don't even take it away, because this is a constant. Who you are is a constant. Yes. Right? But these feelings are just here, gone. There, gone. Right? So
they tend to be like a distraction.
Yes, they tend to tamper with your positive attitude, because everyone has a positive attitude. It is just destroyed at some point in your life by your feelings. You are sacked at work, right? How do you feel about it? You know, there is someone else who's going to be like, yeah, I was sacked, whatever,
I don't care. I'm going to go, yes, and I go look for another job.
Right?
Another person is going to give up.
Has not been influenced by their feelings. Right? Someone else is going to be sacked at work, and then they're going to start feeling like, I'm depressed.
I think I'll never look for another job.
That job was everything to me.
To me, yes.
Yes, there is a time for mourning, like the Bible says. There's a time for mourning and time. You have to mourn and get up.
So it's like knowing that there is always something better that life has to offer you. There is always something better that life has to offer you, regardless of the current situation. It's like all the problems that come at you are supposed to be seen as just part of the journey. They're not supposed to let you stop on the journey when you're walking. Let me say you're going somewhere, but it's the attitude that is fueling you. Fueling you to move and then in between somewhere, yes, you lose your job. Are you going to stop walking the journey of life? Are you going to pause? Instead, you have to use that same positive attitude to move forward. Let's do this. Let's try another way. Let's try new business. Let's try something else, because guess what, it could work out if we have really good positive a good attitude or positive attitude or a winning attitude towards that particular situation.
Exactly. Me, that is why I lean so much on don't forget who you are, because I've never been depressed as an individual, you know, and one thing you forget are those good things about you, about yourself, you know, about, but not very many people makes you who you are, right? Because there is this feeling of being lost, of being hopeless. You feel like there is something taken away from you, but in actual sense there is nothing taken away from you. It's still you, the energized person, the motivated individual, but because of this thing that has happened to you, you lose your attitude, you know. Yes, I was trying to say that there is not very many people have gone the journey of self-discovery, where you realize that, man, I'm a big deal. I know myself. I'm a beautiful lady. I can do this. Even if you put me in any situation, I know I can maneuver. Even if you do, like, not a lot of people realize their power in this world. It may not apply for everyone. If you say that, come back to your strengths,
Like always look at your strengths. First of all, identify them already. Like identify them. Not everyone knows their strength, because in that situation sometimes that's now their starting point for them to identify their strength. I don't know if you get what I mean. Sometimes the people don't know that they have those good things. So when they lose their job, they are going to sink because they don't know what else they can do. They have not yet discovered the goodness in them. Over you get, they've not yet discovered the goodness in them. So that could be now her starting journey, that Kati, I'm now starting to discover myself. But I've realized that I can speak well. I've realized that I can do this. So she may not have a comeback easily. She may not have a comeback to have a positive attitude, because she's also just starting to identify who she is.
Yes, now let them accept their journey. In that moment, you're too lost. You're lost in sadness. Like I said, you're lost in your feelings. You know, you're lost in feeling hopeless, you know. But then there has to be something that has to pull you out of it. And that is a positive attitude. But how are you going to motivate it? You know, you motivate it by reminding yourself of who you are.
Okay, you know? Let's talk about situations which don't involve us personally. For example, attitude towards your friends. Positive attitude or negative attitude. How does it affect the relationships around you? Like, for example, you, or even the surroundings, even if it's not your friends, even if it's just people around you, your neighbors, your teachers, your, you know, any kind of people that you interact with. How does your attitude affect people around you?
So personally, I've lived with someone before whose attitude was always on the negative side. Always on you say something and they lean towards the negative side. You understand? It is draining.
Do
you know, at some point you start feeling like you have to say God forbid on everything they say? You understand? Like, if you are surrounded by someone who is negative, it kind of drains you out. There are times when they speak and you're like, oh God.
Now that's when for you have already realized that for you on the positive side. Now there is a situation where attitude is contagious as well. Because for you were positive, you know, you were positive, you were normal living your life, and then you land on someone who is negative, then they spread it to you. So you also start saying things negatively. I also just realized that munange those short people, by name Pisembi. Munange, you know, the other person talked about it. Munange Kati, I now realized it. It's because now you picked it spread it to you, like he or she spread it to you, and now you start to look at things in that way. Have you heard about this red car theory, when they tell you about you to identify red cars whenever you move on the road? You identify red cars, those are the only things you're going to look at the whole day.
Yes.
Now if they have spread into you the negative attitude, you're going to look at only negative things. When your friend comes there and she's smartly dressed, you're going to see the smallest hole that is in her shirt. You're going to see the shoe that has bent a little bit, because for you your mind is programmed now to only see negative things. And that's the negative attitude. Negative attitude enables, like, it spreads, and it also spreads, like, literally to spread to others. It's like a virus. Or like
who are motivated by these so many internet motivators and all that. Like, that is where they draw their strength from, where they draw their positive attitude from. You understand? But these same people are also telling you, look out for who you are. You understand? They are just energizing you. They're energizing that you already have, right? So that you can get off your table, so that you can get off your, you know. So my point here is, once there is the strength in you, there is the hope in you, there is that thing that you know, this is me. You understand? For me, that is where I feel like I personally draw my own, you know, sense of positive energy,
attitude, positive
positive attitude towards life. Like I always just remind myself, hey, this is who you are. You're going to get up. You're going to do this. You're going to, that's it. Right? And for some reason, maybe because I'm always just too positive, right? Even the people around me are influenced by my energy. They're influenced by my energy.
It's contagious. I'll give you another example. There's a lady that I was interacting with. She is very huge, like the ladies who have their weight. So she was speaking to us, and for me, all I could look at was her weight. All I could look at, I was just imagining things in my head. I'm like, does she really breathe well? Does she really sit properly? Does she really feel good when she dresses up? Does she really, like, I was so bothered about her weight. But that's before she started to speak. But now when she spoke, she talked about her weight. And she said, I know you must be there looking at my weight, thinking that, okay, I am this and this size, or I am extreme and what. But guess what? I don't care. I don't care because I know I am enough. I know I am the best relationship counselor. I know I am married to a handsome man, the most handsome man. I know that I have beautiful children who love me. Exactly. I know, like, she really showed us her strength, and surely it flipped the coin. Right now when she speaks, I don't even remember that she's big.
Positive.
So she really flipped the coin. That's why I'm saying that attitude is really contagious. She flipped the coin for me, and I started to only look at only that. So right now when I look at her, I'm like, wow, such a woman who has impacted lives. Such a lady. She's so smart. Like, she really, God is really using her. Like, she's really doing great things. I no longer see the weight. So and it was not only a choice, but it was passed on to me, and I started to see things positively, and things are now better. I am happier looking at someone and even being happy for them genuinely. Other than the other time, if I had kept it negative, I'm thinking maybe I would be like, oh, maybe she's just doing it as a consolation. She's just using it as a consolation. On the negative side, you can choose and remain negative. Nogamba ye kaza naye tumulaba tassa bulungi tumulaba tatudde tate,
which for me takes me back to what we first said. Like, it's how you view things. She decided to see herself in a particular way. Like, you cannot close her eyes from that way of viewing things, right? So how you see yourself, for example, imagine this. You woke up one morning, you're looking good, you're feeling good. You'll be like,
what are you saying?
But the way I feel, I feel smart.
You don't even have to.
You laugh like you could
yes.
You understand, because at no point there is something embedded in that lady that is, she has already assured herself, this is who I am. By telling me, I hear you're overweight, I hear you that. No.
Okay.
She has, in fact, ye akutte chiriche nagambye who you are.
In that, and it overshadowed the negativity.
It overshadowed the negativity. Actually, it overshadowed the feelings, in that who she is. It's like a fire. Like togenda guzikiza. Mbobo feelings like, I'm sad. I'm big. How will I use this way? It's not gonna work. I've also thought about it in not only in the current situation, but also with the future.
Like, attitude can help us also achieve things that we want, still on your basis that you say, knowing who you are. Like, for example, if I have a dream, or maybe if I pass by let me say, even if it's my age mates who have built these big mansions, they have those beautiful cars, as long as I have a positive attitude and I know who I am, I know that I'm a hardworking woman, I know that surely my time will come, I know that nothing can stop me. I'm also going to get there.
Exactly.
It is going to help me to push until I achieve what I want to achieve. If it is the building, you'll also get it. If it is the car, you will also get it. If it is the whatever you wanted to do, that maybe you would have taken the other side. Now looking at the negative side, you'd have said that I'm not giving my friends, for them they already have this, and man, me, when will I get there? We're age mates. I think my life has nothing for me to offer. Sorry, has nothing to offer for me. So you take the negative side, and then instead you remain in the same position. You do nothing about your situation, remain there, and boom, the failure that you are remains the failure that you are. So I feel like attitude also helps us. It's like a hope for us, even in our future. Maintaining a positive attitude, even in comparison. Like, a lot of the comparison is a very big virus that is happening. People going to Instagram, they see people doing fly things, fancy this, fancy that, fancy things. Yes, some of them have them genuinely, some of them are just faking it, we know. But when you have a negative attitude, you're going to feel, when when you have a negative attitude, you're going to always tell yourself that those things are fake. Those things are fake. They don't want they are just like babes, people are they have happy marriages, but tulimba, yet sometimes people are actually genuinely happy.
Way, who you are creates a sense of contentment.
Oh yeah.
Knowing who you are creates a sense of
no matter what is around you,
no matter what you're seeing. I remember a time when I wasn't working, and I was seeing all these ladies who are accomplishing a lot of things on TikTok, and I remember telling myself, go queen, I'm coming too, Yeah. I used to scroll, I'm like, girl, I'm coming, I'm also going to be like you, because me personally, I've already established that I'm good enough. I just need someone to believe in me. That is a job.
It's not even my time.
Even when I'm going for job interviews, I remember telling myself, these are just individuals, fellow humans like me. I'm going to do this. We can do this. What is so hard here? Am I talking to God?
They may like me, they may not like me.
God, my creator, I'm like, oh God, now what about a fellow human, right? Positive attitude.
There is also something I've remembered in a situation where, let me say, you've gone for auditions. When you talked about the interviews, when you go for auditions, let me say, very well that you can sing well. You've gone for singing auditions, and then they're selecting the best two, and then the judges come and give you this comment.
I love your example. How about this? I came from home knowing I know how to sing. You leave home knowing, because the fact that you signed up for that audition, you can sing. You reach, you find rain, seated. You find chosen back. You're like, hi people, I better go back home, because what I'm hearing here. But a positive attitude is the only thing that's going to push you up to be like, hey, I know these people can sing, but I'm also here for an audition.
Because I believe I can also sing. Well, right? You don't even have to sing like them for you to be good. So this is what I think. On my side, there are actually two sides still. I would think that when you go there and the judge tells you a negative comment, probably because you were nervous, you were a little bit shaking, and then the judge tells you, you know what, I think you're not good. Because for them, they're just going to judge, from the outside. They don't know you too well. You know yourself too well. So they're going to tell you, you know what, get out of here. You have a positive attitude. You believe who you are, but you messed up just on that day. You just messed up on that day. Maybe you got nervous and something happened. And then the judge realizes that you're not good. But then the judge doesn't have to make you lose who you are. He doesn't take away the fact that for you are a good person. So I've
also seen auditions where someone knows who they are. Now here is it. Then the judge tells them, please calm down. They're like, I'm so sorry, give me one chance, But someone who is not positive cannot do that. They cannot be like, please give me this one more chance. I promise
I've calmed down now.
I'm okay now. Let me do this. And then you see them being given
Yeah. Yes. So there is a situation where the judge can tell you something negative, totally negative, and you really feel like this is the moment where I was supposed to really be at my down. Like he has really put me down, like as if now I'm putting her down, and then you lose it. Now you take it like that for the rest of your life. I can't sing, but then the muzanyo, I was there lying to myself. I will never do this. I will never succeed. You really take it like that. Yet you came with your positive attitude, so they have spread onto you. But if you stay still on what you believe in, you know that you can sing. Your friends have told you can sing. Your family, everywhere else, karaoke, where you go, you really know that you can sing. It was just like a moment that made you be judged wrongly. Now, maintaining a positive attitude in that situation is you going back home and you say, "Mwana judge in the China changam, after all, it's not the end of the world. He's not he's not the one going to pay my future. He's not the one going to determine anything in my future. That was just an audition. I was going to win 10 million. I've missed it. It's okay. Let's move forward." You know, that's
for me,
maintaining a positive
example,
attitude. Yeah,
takes me back to the first lady you said. For her, I feel like, you see, like I said, there was feelings, and then there was who you are. For her, she made who you are this
bigger,
and she made her feelings this smaller. So it ate up this.
Yes, same thing.
Now the person who walks out of that interview and they feel like, I don't want to do this again.
Yes,
they have let their feelings eat up,
overpower. Yeah,
you understand? So literally, it is between these two. You let who you are be chosen, or you choose your feelings. It's up to you. Do not choose your feelings. Choose who you are. I
was imagining another situation where, still about the auditions, where you think you know how to sing, but you actually don't know.
You're delusional.
But you actually, yes, you're delusional. But you think you know how to sing, but you don't know, because we've seen there are people we've seen, like those American Idols. I don't know if you've seen those funny video clips where people really come and sing funny things, you know, and surely they don't know how to sing. And then the judge surely judges you well. So you can still keep a positive attitude by accepting that, man, singing is not for me. Let me go on with life and do something else.
Which brings us back to who you are. When I wait again, we manyenti banango kuyimba ncheka kwangwa
kono kugokono
kugwadio.
Oh, okay.
Okay, kwangweri. You get? I can't sing like you've determined. Cut me right now. I can never describe myself as a singer. Really?
Me, I have a positive attitude that I can sing.
You know?
Try me. I'm joking.
No. You see, you need to know who you are ultimately. All the situations we've looked at. So
the biggest point here is discover yourself, your strengths.
Exactly.
Because everyone has strengths. Everyone has weaknesses. But let the weaknesses not overpower your strength.
Just
because
identify them.
When you discover your strength, you have the ability to go through anything in life. If it's at school, you're at school, you're studying. As long as you have a positive attitude that, man, I can read, I can do this, I can go through this, we can do this.
I know,
you know?
Can do winter.
Or whether I say order. If we're at work, we need to have a positive attitude towards our work itself. Do you know that people who are at work and they don't like their work? Then what are you going to do at that job if you don't like it? Already your attitude towards the job is negative. Then even what you're going to do, your productivity is going to be low because you don't, first of all, like. So attitude is going to affect us at work. Attitude is going to affect us at school. Attitude is going to affect us in parenting.
Friendships.
In parenting, when you have a negative attitude towards your kids, they are surely not going to turn out the kind of children that you want. Because mwana nze tata wabwe simaya yakola kino n'olwekyo sikiwanti n'oyo mwana naye alivaamu kyavudde. You already have a negative attitude towards your children, so surely it will follow like that. Then it can attitude can also affect us in the friendships that you said. Give us an example.
In friendships, like okay, for example, we have friends who we have let go, or whose friendships with them we have failed to work on because of a previous failed friendship, and therefore you come up with this bad attitude
towards friends,
towards
generally.
friendship too. Someone betrayed you, for example, in primary. My Jesus Christ.
Someone stole your boyfriend.
Even if people try to be as good as possible in your secondary section, they have nothing on you. You've already decided friends are bad, that's it.
The girls are bad. Like those people who say, "Me, I only have boyfriends, I don't like girls." Girls can disappoint.
In other words, that attitude, for example, you're going to end up not giving people who are ready to love you, you're not giving them a chance to love you right, right? Because you've already determined. I remember
when we were in primary, we used to think that attitude is negative only. Like we used to think that, man, that girl has an attitude. that girl has attitude. I don't know if it was the same for you, but yes. So in friendships, attitude towards your friends, towards things that happen to you guys. If you go somewhere and something wrong happens,
even if someone does a terrible mistake, once you know, once you know what their attitude or what their attitude is towards you, in the normal sense, like someone can make a mistake, you understand. But if you know that, Bambi, this person has always been this good to me, this small mistake can't be the one, the determinant of everything. Like it's over, it's done. No. So let us have a positive attitude towards our friends. All those people that we care about, our workmates.
Still an attitude also in marriage. I have a friend that says that for her marriage has thrived because of positive attitude. For her, she tells herself that, like, there is nothing bad you're going to tell me about marriage. I will go through it all. Like, I will manage. I am very positive about it. Talking about school fees, yes, it happens, but I know that we shall go through it. Even if my husband cheats, we shall go through it. Even if my husband beats me, I don't care.
It will just be
it will pass
to us bad.
It will pass.
Nothing
like
will do us
what
bad.
She says, she has really gotten a lot of peace in her marriage because of a positive attitude. Maintaining a positive attitude with your husband or within your marriage has enabled.
So guys, know who you are. It's going to help you a lot in shaping your life towards the positive
identify
side.
If you don't already know who you are, identify your strengths.
Guys, like for example, what do you find really nice about
me? What do you think I do best? I've ever asked you that. What do you think I do well?
When you bake a cake,
you don't know.
You understand?
You don't know who don't know.
People are going to help you identify who you are, the weaknesses and all that. So find out who you are. It's going to help you shape yourself
to be solid, such that nothing else, negative or external, can shake you into a negative attitude. Because we have already seen that a positive attitude is the engine to moving forward in the journey of life. So let us maintain a positive attitude in everything that we do. Be positive. Don't no lala. That's positive attitude. That's positive attitude. We move forward. But anyway, let's maintain a positive attitude in everything that we do, because they said attitude is a choice. So always think about it and make that positive choice.
And we know you guys, you're going to take this wonderful topic to positively subscribe.
Yes. So subscribe and join us in the join the conversation as well in the comment section. Tell us about how you've maintained an attitude.
yeah, positive attitude at work and how we've conquered the negative attitude.
Yeah.
So see you next
Till
time.
next time. Bye bye.